On the beautiful Mediterranean island of Zakynthos stood a Greek villa waiting to be loved.
Its owners had grown old and could no longer take care of it.
This is the story of how it's slowly being brought back to life.
This is Saving Sweet William.
This is Chris and Joe, a British couple who have made the decision to buy and renovate a property in Greece. During this series, we will follow their journey, documenting all the highs and lows, as well as showcasing all that this beautiful island has to offer. Let's find out a bit more about them.
So we met in 2015. Our first holiday was in France, and while we were there we started thinking about buying a property abroad. So it's something that appealed to us both.
We have pretty much looked at the estate agents' boards in every place we've been to since. And when we came to Zante, of course that was no different.
In 2022, they decided to take a holiday together in Zakynthos after Joe discovered that the island was home to a species of turtle called the Caretta turtle. They explored the entire island by bike, getting to know some of the local people and enjoying the carefree nature, as well as some of the most amazing yet simple Greek food. Zakynthos was everything they hoped it would be and more.
So when we came back from our 2022 holiday, we both really missed Zante. We loved it, didn't we?
We did.
And we decided to start looking online to see what was available.
The search for the perfect property began. In Zakynthos, there are a lot of high-end houses for sale, but because of an aging population, also a lot of ruins and crumbling structures that seem to be defying gravity in their quest to remain upright. They looked at hotels, farmhouses, tiny apartments, and even plots of land before coming up with a short list of places that grabbed their attention.
I started looking on my own, you started looking on your own, and then we both came across one property, didn't we?
Yeah, it caught our attention, both separately, but it obviously appealed to both of us for different reasons. And then we had a bit of a conversation of, have you seen that property? And it turns out we both had.
But with a big renovation project going on at their home in the UK, they decided that it probably wasn't the right time to take on the restoration in Greece, so they put the search on hold. The UK winter began to take its toll, and their thoughts began to turn back to Greece. One day, an architectural account called The Project popped up on Chris's Twitter feed, and the simple, natural architecture reminded him of the small house in Zakynthos. They began to talk about the property that had caught both their attentions to explore what may be possible.
So the property that we both ended up looking at was a place called...
Villa Sweet William.
It's a really cute place, you're going to see it in a minute. And it's in Zakynthos, in a tiny little residential area. Not touristy at all.
No.
No swimming pool, but perfect for us.
The house was small, but perfectly formed, with 3 bedrooms, a living room, and a beautiful veranda overlooking an olive grove. The only problem is that they had no idea whereabouts on the island it was. And it needed work. A lot of work. They must have a huge budget to do everything that needs doing, right?
No.
We don't have a huge budget.
We don't have a huge budget at all.
We're going to do most of the work ourselves. We have a house at home that we've been renovating since 2017, so we've got a bit of experience in plastering, painting,
Clearing rubble, knocking down walls.
We're willing to give anything a go, right?
Absolutely.
Several months had passed since they had seen the property, and they feared it may have been sold. But after inquiring, the agent came back with some really good news. The house was still available.
We were really happy that the property was still available.
We had some reservations about whether we could manage a renovation abroad and at home. So we decided to also compare properties that didn't need any work at all. Our first hurdle in planning the trip was that there are no direct flights until April, and we have 5 close family birthdays all in January.
But in my mind, we had to go as soon as possible. If we waited until it was easy for everyone else to get there, the villa might have already been sold.
So our only window was a day trip to Greece. 34 hours between leaving Gatwick and arriving back at Gatwick, including losing 2 hours in time difference.
Chris put together an itinerary to convince Joe the trip was possible.
Arrive Athens 1915.
Pick up car by 2030.
3 hour 18 minutes to Kalini Ferryport.
Arrive Kalini at midnight.
Sleep in car or book Airbnb in Kalini.
Get on 7:45 am ferry.
Arrive Zante 9 am.
Have breakfast.
View first house at 10:30 close to the ferry.
View second house at 11, close to the first house.
View third house at 12:15, the one by Dopier's house.
Leave by 12:45.
Arrive at Ferryport 1:15.
Get ferry at 2 p.m.
Get off ferry at 3:15.
Drive 3 hours 18 minutes to Athens.
Arrive at 6:45 p.m, which is 3 hours before departure.
Let's do it.
And so, the 4,000-mile round trip began.
Gonna stay in this moment. Gonna lay here on the grass. I don't need to feel lonely. I am finally home at last. And I don't mind being gone on adventures for a while. No, no. 'Cause the best thing about it is I know I'm coming back. Oh, oh. Of all the magic places in the world I've been to, this is where my heart is. Oh, you know it's true. No matter where I go, I'm coming home to you. Been walking down the street so many times, my feet know every brick and stone. Could wear a blindfold. No matter what I do, I'm coming home to you. And I don't know why, don't know why, don't know why I'm always feeling homesick. Oh, all I know, all I know, all I know is this is where my heart is.
What an adventure! Clearly it was worth it. So, let's find out what their long-term plans are.
We don't really have a set goal. We have a vision for a beautiful place that we can escape to as a couple and as a family, that our children can come to as they grow, that our parents and siblings can come to for nice family memories to be made.
The aim is to use natural materials to create a space that truly belongs in the gorgeous Zakynthian countryside. Taking inspiration from traditional Greek architecture, but with a modern Mediterranean aesthetic. Creating shady chill-out areas and making the most of the generous outdoor space for barbecues and for entertaining. Are they starting completely from scratch? Or has the house left behind any hidden treasures?
The house is located in the middle of a bunch of olive groves in a residential area. It's really beautiful, but it's kind of outdated. It's got some old things in it, hasn't it?
It has. When we first arrived, the house remained furnished by the previous owners, so we had a lifetime of their possessions to clear out, which was quite
Everything.
funny and sad at the same time. It was literally going through somebody's whole life, but there were some quirky things that we found along the way, and that was quite entertaining.
And they left us lots of useful bits that we
They did.
haven't had to buy again, like a heater,
Washing
air
machine.
conditioning, washing machine, fridge, lots of things. So thank you for that.
What kind of challenges lay ahead, I wonder?
Neither of us speak Greek.
We don't. We do. I can say yasas, which is hi,
I can say yamas, which is cheers.
and I can say efharisto, which is
Thank you very much.
see, we know Greek. But seriously, the property has thrown up a few challenges which we're going to document along the way. We've had problems with the boiler. We've had problems with the water pump. We've had problems with rodents. We've had problems with...
People coming onto the property to help themselves for all the belongings
was a
that we're
funny
chucking
story.
out.
Sounds like quite a journey. What can we expect from your channel in the future?
We hope you enjoy our videos.
We're going to aim to upload them as often as we can, showing you the progress that we're making on our own villa.
If you'd like to share with us your own journeys of renovations, we'd be really thrilled to see them.
If you'd like to subscribe to our channel, that would really help us and it would really be appreciated. See you all soon.
Bye.